So welcome back, boys. In today's video I'm going to exactly cover or show you the difference between a man and a boy. And I've just did this and broke this down into 5 key elements and key traits of these two different types of people. So starting off a boy. The misconception of being a man is that it comes with age, money, status, power, whatever, but it doesn't, okay? So let me quickly tell you what a boy is. So key trait number 1 of a boy is he avoids responsibility. How so? He blames everything outside himself. Relating this to dating is she's crazy, women aren't loyal, there are no wifey type women anymore. You always see her giving excuses that are not related to themselves, but always outstanding factors. In this scenario, it's yeah, those women aren't loyal, for example. Or it was bad timing, or just some sort. I know sometimes there are circumstances that you cannot control that are not in your control, not in your power, but most of the time it really isn't. Even if it's not, when it's not, you still blame other people but yourself. Trait number 1. Trait number 2, you are addicted, or the boys are addicted to validation. You are addicted to, you're seeking validation from people that you try and impress, whether it be women or other entrepreneur boys that make more money than you, have more status, have more women around. You overtext, even other entrepreneurs for reassurance, make sure yeah, I just want him to like me. Most of you even change opinions. You don't have your own opinion, so that's why you seek for the validation at that point. Adding to that, you're just flexing with your money, which I don't say it's bad, because if you have it, why not flex? But you're flexing for the wrong reason. If you enjoy the money, spending nice, but you flex it in order to get validation again from other people to see, okay, this guy makes this amount of money, or this guy is spending this amount of money in the club. But we don't know whether or not this was his last money. If it was 1%, 2% of his net worth, crazy, but it can even be 50% just to impress other people. This is what boys do. Step number 3, that's the funniest. So key trait number 3 is the afraid of conflict. So you can't ever say what you really think if you're afraid that there's other men giving you an objection or a rejection or a heavily argument against you, because you can then not prove your point because you're afraid what can happen if we get into a conflict argument, if they're going to break out a fight. I'm a little bitch, I can do anything, wow. So I might just tolerate the disrespect, avoid hard conversations, which you need in order to become a man, and which you need in order to have a good friendship around you, or friend group around you. And you always try to keep, the guy that always tries to keep peace between different people just for, or at his own expense. That means that when 2 guys are in conflict, you try to say, nah, bro, it's all right. No, it's not. If 2 men are arguing, let them argue. What the fuck? Okay? Key trait number 3. And this is the most common one between entrepreneur boys, because you have money, status, whatever, but you're afraid to talk because when shit hits the fan, you can't defend yourself. And I know this worst case scenario, but can happen. Might as well be prepared for it, right? 4th key trait is that your mood is, you're emotionally unstable. Now this is depending on your mood, and your mood is heavily depending on whether or not you get late at this moment. Are women replying to you? Are they ignoring you? When you reply, of course, your testosterone is high, you're energetic. Yeah, I got the 10 out of 10, baddie, I bagged her, blah, blah, blah. And on the other side, when you get rejected, it's oh, fuck that. It's, again, as I said, key trait number 1. You're pushing it to the outside. You're not responsible for your actions. And the last thing is, especially with women being involved or around or in dating, is you don't lead. You always ask questions. It's where do we want to go? Do we have time here? Do you want to go there? Would you mind us doing there? Are you cool with being there? We don't ask, bro. We just do. In business, you just execute. And then you see whether or not you will fail. You fail fast, but you don't ask for permission to do anything in business. You just fucking do. And if you don't do that with women, they will see that, and they will rather have the guy that just executes, because they cannot feel safe. They can turn off their brain and just follow. So these 5 traits are the most common one between entrepreneurs that I've identified in the past 4 years. But now switching that to what does it take you to be a man, the 5 key traits, and what does it take you, because that's a process, but what are the key traits that I've identified? So starting off with number 1, you take ownership, you take responsibility for what you do, what you say, whatever. You ask yourself, what did I allow happen to me? What can I literally improve and what can I influence? Where's my side of the story that I can have an impact on? How can I improve that point? And know that the things that you cannot control and that are not in your hand and that are circumstances and environment that you cannot control sometimes, you just let that happen. You realize that it happened to you, but on the other side, the things you can control, you heavily control them in your favor. Number one. Number two, you are self-validated. Self-validated means that you're self-confident, and self-confidence comes from not giving a fuck what other people think about you, not giving a fuck whether or not somebody's going to judge you, and thinking that everything is going to turn out fine. So you don't need any outside validation but your own to realize, okay, I'm a G, and I'll just let people step into my life. Whereas you trying to sit on everybody's chair like, can I like, or sit at anybody's table like, hey boys, you want to connect? No, you don't want to connect with anyone. If you're friends with anyone, you're actually friends with no one. Step number 3, the most important, you set boundaries, and boundaries come from high standards, which come from high reps, which come from rejection, with all this, but you set boundaries, even with men, like you don't tolerate disrespect at all. And that doesn't mean that you're shouting at them or like you're being rude. You're always calm, grounded, direct, but without drama, but your voice is calm. Just say, for example, if a woman talks in a rude way to you, just tell her, hey, you don't talk to me in this way, okay? That's it. Either she keeps talking shit, then you say, okay, you have to go now, or she keeps respecting or starts respecting you, say, okay, I can't talk to him like the other 99% of the entrepreneurs because they're actual losers, and my guy is not. I try to respect him. You can choose your side. And trust me, setting boundaries is the biggest or like the most important key to success with women, like in a long-term thing. To get laid, you don't need to, like you just lie to them during the whole night how pretty she is, and then you will get laid, and then the next day you don't have to see her again. Number 4, you are emotionally grounded. This sounds so cool to say, but it really does mean something. So emotionally grounded means that you still feel those emotions, but you're in control of them. I know sometimes you can't because you get an outburst of emotion, but you still control what you're doing with these emotions. Like you're still the same man, you still do the same things that are required to do it during the day. Or like when you get cheated on, I know like it's hard, but you still don't bitch out, like you still don't try to shout at your wife or like at your girl or like be a little boy about it, be a man about it. Scream inside, be loud inside your body. And don't let it affect the outside world. Don't show people that you got affected by it. And step number 5 is that you lead. You don't ask, we just fucking do. You don't think, you know. And the most important part is, if you know, then you do. And if you do, it either works or it doesn't. But if it doesn't, you still know that you did everything correct. And it wasn't in your control, but if you do and it works, that's the best, because you not fail fast, you achieve fast. The other side of failing fast is actually achieving fast. Whether or not you fail fast doesn't determine your success, but it's way nicer to achieve fast also, so you don't lose any time. So I'd rather fail fast, but on the other side I win fast too. Because sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. You don't lose, you just learn. And I'd rather learn as quickly as possible, right? These things are the most common traits that I've identified, and you can literally, just by changing this mindset, you will see that you have so much more success, not just in dating, but in life in general, when you're trying to talk to other people, when they see they can control your emotions, you're your own man, you don't care about what they think, like in a good way, because you're your own man, you have your own standards. You can literally stand for yourself, like you're not afraid to back down, like you're not backing down in an argument. Obviously sometimes it makes sense, but most of the time it doesn't. Just like, it's a shit test most of the times. For example, you've always heard this shit test from women that you're a fuckboy or like whatever. And then a fuckboy essentially means to them that you fuck anything. And you just tell them, a boy would say, no, I'm not trying to prove anything. You just ask them, what's a fuckboy to you? Then they say something, you say, a fuckboy is a guy that fucks anything. And these are usually boys, as the name says, fuckboy. A man has options and he chooses. And I chose you. That's the most powerful thing you can tell a woman. And if she still doesn't want that, or like still keeps firing shots at you, just tell her fuck off, and that's it. In a respectful way, obviously. Can you please fuck off? So yeah, boys, that was the end of the video. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe, and make sure to check out the Telegram link down below. It is for free. It is for free. Just join. I'm telling this every YouTube video, but well, I don't care. Join or don't join, I don't give a fuck. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye bye.